Hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a flea market haul. Yeah, I specifically say haul because there's no footage. I know we had the situation a while ago already, like a couple of weeks ago, but this was a video that was also filmed back then. So it was, I put it into my normal, flea market, one after the other. So the chronological flea market videos that one was one from September. This one here is current. It's I'm filming this here in the very beginning of June 2026, and the flea market happened just last weekend. So for me it's Tuesday and it happened on Saturday, so it's just not even 3 days ago or whatever. So and it wasn't even really a flea market. That's also part of the thing why I don't have footage, because it was more a garage sale event. I don't know, it's here in Germany, or specifically in the region where I'm living, around Berlin. There's not really anything such as a typical normal garage sale, like people just doing it whenever they want. Today I'm doing, not really, but often you can find, not often, but sometimes you can find that whole neighborhoods put together such a sale, where then every street in this neighborhood is taking place. Not everybody, but a lot of people then open their doors, and you come on the yard and do the yard sale, garage sale thing. And this one was honestly, it happened a little bit outside of Berlin. That's where these areas are where people can do it. Like inside Berlin, there's not houses with single households. We have houses with lots and lots of flats in it. So this is always more on the edge of Berlin. This one was as well, somewhat near where I'm living. Still not super easy to reach, because there's only a bus going once an hour. And I wanted to go there with my friend Cotton Candy Kittens. She actually found this sale, so otherwise I would have not looked for it. So she found this probably I think she said there was a poster on a train station for it or something. So yeah, we wanted to go there. We had picked out the bus that we wanted to, because it started at 10, and you don't need to be very much earlier than 10, because then people haven't even started, For normal flea markets, it's always better to be very early, but they are, yeah. So we wanted to be there shortly after 10. And to get to this bus, I had to first take another train, just my normal tram, so just a tram. And I had 15 minutes in between train and tram to, change, which is easy because it's just opposite street. So it would have been perfect for me. But the tram, so the Straßenbahn in German, didn't come. So I was really pissed off. I didn't know what to do. Then I, super fast, run home again, took my bike, went to my bigger train station where the S-Bahn, so the local bigger trains are coming. Because with this I could go to another station and reach the bus at a different spot, at a different area. But and I reached it. I have never been so fast, at this train station, and yep, got the train. But then I didn't know where the bus stop was, because I hadn't prepared for this one. I wanted actually to go tram and train, and as I couldn't get this tram, I would have, the bus is just coming once an hour. So I wanted to reach the bus at a different destination, but there is a bigger train station, and their buses are coming from there and from there and from there and from all the different streets, and I had no idea which where the bus would be coming. So ultimately, of course, I went to the wrong one, and once I figured out where it would be coming, it was gone. So I had missed the bus. My friend Cotton Candy Kittens was already on her way. By the way, also not with this bus. She went different routes with a different bus, and then she walked because she was actually too early. So she had time to walk. But just by walking to go there would have taken me 2 hours something. So that was also not an option. But also sitting on a, waiting for a bus for an hour is also not an option for me. So I also walked a long way. I walked for half an hour, until I thought, now I can sit down here at this different bus station and wait for the bus. So I waited. Whatever the story is, that I came way too late to the sale, because I wanted to be shortly after 10, but I was just there shortly after 11. So I was already stressed, sweaty, absolutely mad at the train or the tram. BVG usually at my area it's rarely that the tram isn't coming. There was no sign why it wasn't coming, or if it was delayed or anything. It was just like, it was saying, yeah, it's here, but it wasn't there. And then the next one was, in the app and all, and on the screen there, yeah, the next one's coming in 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, it never happened to me before. So it's just like I already like had all this rage inside of me, and I was like, I'm not gonna film. I'm too late anyways. That's why I'm not having any footage. So you know the drill. And my friend, of course, was there an hour early. So she had seen actually almost everything before me. So I was like, what's the deal in filming? Because she had also purchased stuff already. And but then in the end, because she showed me a lot of spots, and then in the end, she gave me a lot of the stuff that she purchased in the beginning. So it is worth a haul. It's a lot of amazing Barbie stuff, actually. It's almost exclusively Barbie stuff or doll stuff, because there's also some Petras in here. And maybe some other, but yeah, one other doll, but almost entirely this little neighborhood. There were so many like people who had Barbie stuff. And some good stuff really, and some like really random stuff. But I want to show you all of this. So, long-winded intro. The first seller that I went to, like the first, garden that I saw that was open, that had stuff that I was interested in, there was a big box full of doll stuff. I first noticed only like modern, more like Millie-faced Barbies, mermaids, stuff like that, and a lot of Barbie horses, older Barbie horses. That was why I was like, okay, let's dig a little deeper. This is when I was still alone, and my friend, like Cotton Candy Kittens, was still at a different site somewhere in this area. But we met there because I spent a lot of time at this box, and I picked out actually quite a lot of things, and a lot of fashions and accessories. I will show you the fashions, of course, more in detail right in the next minute, but a lot of fashions, all like 90s. A lot of stuff that I have, but also one really good fashion piece or outfit that I didn't have, but then also lots of shoes and lots of other Barbie, plastic goodies such as combs and brushes, helmet, other stuff. So all of this, and this, whoops, this dress. And then also let's start with the dolls. I picked out, because as I said, most dolls were modern dolls in there, or like Harry Potter dolls, stuff like that, so nothing for me. But I picked out this little Stacy. She is the gymnast Stacy. She has the articulation here and even in her ankles. That's why I knew, because this, I'm not sure, but I don't think that the bicycling Stacy, for example, would have this. So this is easy to see that this is then the gymnast Stacy. But also I could see it, she didn't have crimped hair and all. Her head was loose from her body, but it's actually not broken. There's nothing broken. This is of course not her outfit. I just put something on her. If you can see it here, there's nothing broken. Her head is just normally, I could pop it back on. And I do have her, of course. But at first I thought, oh, it's bicycling Stacy again. I find her so often. I don't need another double of it. But I don't have a double of her, so I will bring her with me to Toyplosion, and maybe someone wants her, I don't know, for super cheap. Also, I noticed then afterwards that her bangs are actually cut, because her hair looked horrible, by the way. And a lot of, also, for example, in the back here, you can see that the hair is, I don't know, super matted. Looks like more like, I don't know, felt or something. And her bangs were similar, so I thought it's just horrible condition. I can like get the bangs nice again, but then once they were straight again, I saw that they were also cut. So she doesn't have really long bangs, but it's, it's not super bad. But I don't know. She's a super cute doll. She's from 1995. She would have the pink, full suit with the stars on it. And as I already purchased fashions from there, I was like, let's throw in this little this little Stacy doll, because I mean, poor Stacy, she was decapitated in the box. The same thing was actually with Michael Jackson. Yeah, I picked up a Michael Jackson doll. Not that his head was decapitated, but he looked so horrible. I was like, I felt so sorry for him. He was of course naked in the box, but I mean, by the face you can immediately tell that it's a Michael Jackson. And then I found his jacket separately in the box, and his face looked like scribbled over with, you know, white Sharpie or something, I don't know, or Tipex, or he was dirty AF. So I was just feeling super poor. And what you don't see right now anymore, the front row of hair was completely missing. So the front rooting here, the front until here, was completely ripped out. And I've read a lot about this, tried at least to read a lot about this doll online, because there's not too much information about him. This is apparently pretty common that he loses hair, but the rest of his hair, like all the rest back here, this was still fine, so it's not ripping out. Apparently the front row was maybe rooted with a different hair, but I just quickly re-rooted him. I mean, I have some black saran hair at home at all times, so wasn't that much work. Curled it a little bit, and yeah, tried to, technically he had a short strand of hair that was hanging out in the front here. I don't want to cut it, I don't know, so I just left it long. He is actually, yeah, he is a Michael Jackson doll from the 90s, not from the 80s, and he's actually from 1997. From what I found out online is that this doll actually was more or less a European exclusive thing. He came out 97 to, you know, I don't know, commemorate or whatever his world tour back then. What was it? His story, like history, but also his story world tour. Because, you know, 1997 he was still alive, of course, and he was still a big star. And they made this doll. This is the singing version. There's also a non-singing version that looks exactly the same. Actually, the outfit that he would have in the box would be not this outfit, the red jacket, but a kind of white blouse shirt thing that looked more like his black or white outfit, like from the music video from 1991. And then there was a separate outfit that is the beaded outfit, the red one. I think the pants would be maybe the same, I'm not sure. For the other outfit he would have some leather things that to put around for the black or white, and then I just put on normal shoes because he fits Ken's shoes, and he of course normally would have white socks. I don't have white socks for him. I don't even have white socks for Ken right now. And also under this, there was actually another blue patterned top. I also don't have this, but actually, I mean, you would close this jacket anyways. It's interesting. This jacket it looks like it has a zipper. It also is a zipper, but underneath the zipper is just some Velcro. So by this, I mean, I could immediately see, yeah, he is a singing doll. He has a button here, there's the speaker, and if you look at his back, maybe I don't know if I want to do that right now, but at the back you can see there's lots of compartments for batteries, there's another thing, and then there's even another little plug. So I was like, ooh, cool, maybe he's even working. I cannot tell if he's working because there's one thing missing. So his battery, I screwed it, unscrewed it, looked inside, there were no batteries in, it looks very clean on the inside, so maybe he would be working. But it's very interesting, but he's so complicated because as he came with 2 outfits, he would also come with 2 like little cartridges per song. So he would come with the song Beat It and with the song Black or White. So I have one of those cartridges because it's in there. You can just, take this off. It looks like a little, Game Boy cartridge or something, to put in here. Okay, I have one. This one has a copyright of something 82 on it, so I would also guess that this is from the Beat It song, probably, I don't know. But then you see that, here's another thing, and this is missing. There's another mini plug thing. I did not find that much information on this doll online, to be quite honest. I found the back of the box, and the back of the box has pictures. There's no text written, but it has pictures, what to put in where, and blah blah blah. And this little tiny plug thing has some cables hanging out, a red and a black cable, and the ends of this cable also have to go somewhere in something. On the picture it looks like you have to put it in a garbage bin. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's another battery or something. I don't know why he is so complicated. But maybe someone has this thing, or you could, if you are like versed in, you know, electronics and stuff, maybe you could make something to get him work, because maybe his electronics inside him aren't bad or anything. I just can't get him to work because I think this thing is missing. So here's kind of a cool doll. As I said, I took him because he looked so poor. I mean, the girls, there were some, like maybe one of them was maybe 5-year-old and the other was like 6-7 years old. Like these girls, they sold this stuff. This was clearly not from them. They didn't even know who Michael Jackson was, so they had probably scribbled onto him. There was lots of white stuff all over his body, and you know, I was like, poor Michael Jackson. So I, you know, lumped him into this, and I think he looks kind of cool again. I mean, his hair is not really good. I mean, it is curly. It's normal that he came with this little low ponytail. That's normal. But if you look here, he is rooted horribly. But that's normal. That he's rooted. You can see through his, you know, there's just this one or like two like rows of hair going over all his kind of bald head underneath. Luckily, it's painted black, so you don't see it that much. He was, I think, not really a children's doll, like a playline doll, because he was, I think, more marketed as a collector's item. I have to read it off because I cannot remember. The company is called Street Life who made him, but licensed by Triumph International. That's what on his back is. It says Triumph International something. It actually also says 1995 on his back, but that's probably the body that already was used before 1995 for something else. But in 1997 they brought out the singing doll. What's somewhat interesting, what I've read online, is that in 2009, when Michael Jackson actually died, at his funeral, apparently his youngest son at that point was carrying this doll. I mean, not this very doll, but like the singing doll of his died father. I don't know if that was a marketing thing or anything, or if that was real, if his youngest son at that point really carried this doll around. It's kind of heartbreaking. And an interesting story about this doll. I will not keep him. I'm not a Michael Jackson fan, and I was never really I mean, he's a legend, of course, but I like his music, as you know, every normal person likes his music, but I have no, you know, connection to Michael Jackson or anything, and I don't need this doll. So if someone is interested, maybe at Toyplosion or maybe in a trade or something, so he's an interesting doll for sure. So I talked a lot because this is a doll you can talk a lot about, I guess. But I actually also picked up this dog. Yeah, I did not pick up any of the horses because I'm not a Barbie horse collector, but this dog is really cool. It is from Barbie. It's actually from 1999, from the, what's it called? Glam and Groom, the Glam and Groom Barbie. From this line, I already have Teresa's dog, which is a brown one. This is Barbie's dog. You can make the head move by swishing the tail around. The name of this dog is Lacey, and it really came with Barbie together in this line. And I think there was also a Christie that also had a dog or even a cat, and there were some separate cats or dogs, so I don't know exactly. But I think just these dogs, I mean, it's from 1999. It's not really the era that I collect most. Barbie at this point already had, so probably it was in stores in 2000, had the Generation Girl face. The Teresa outfit is really cute. The Barbie outfit is, I don't know, not super, I mean, it's very pink, but I don't know. I don't need these dolls, but I really like these dogs because I think this was still the era when, I mean, they looked realistic. They looked cute. They looked elegant, but they don't look cartoony. Like nowadays, every freaking Barbie comes with a pet, and they all look super cartoony, not realistic at all. While Barbie is still in these realistic proportions, so I prefer for Barbie actually to have more realistic pets, and this one is really nice. It's of course an Afghan breed. I don't know. You probably have to style the hair to each side, but I find it always weird. Their wood is there. place in the middle? Not really. So I don't know how to make it like to one side and to the other. So I decided to more or less put the hair to one side and leave the other side. Like, I mean, there was probably a little hair bow in here, a pink one. But I just think this is a really cute Barbie pet. And apropos Barbie pets, I picked up another dog from this first seller. But actually what's more interesting is that I picked up this outfit that belongs to this dog. Not the doll, because the doll I had for the freaking longest time. This is Spots and Dots Barbie from 1993. I picked her up at the flea market years ago. I don't know, 2022 or I don't know how long. It's been a while and I never had her outfit. She's not a very common doll. It also on her package says that she is a limited special edition or something, so I don't even know where you would get her in Europe, but she was definitely released in Europe because I found her at the flea market. And now I finally found the fashions, including the dog. Yeah, she came with a Dalmatian. This just this, you know, plastic figure. There's no movement or no hair or anything. I added the bow because he used to have also a red leash and the collar, which I don't have. But now I have the dog and I have the outfit. I always thought actually it's a one-piece dress, but it's actually not. It's a top, including this red piece, and then it's a huge skirt. So I was like, oh, that's actually the best find already, because I had never ever seen any of the pieces, neither the dog nor anything. It's not, 101 Dalmatians Barbie. There was a 101 Dalmatians Barbie later on in 1998 or so. But this one is 1993. It, of course, coincided with the boom of Dalmatians again in the 90s. But I guess they didn't have the license yet to Disney, or I don't know what the issue was. But they just made their own Dalmatians Barbie. Spots and Dots Barbie. And yeah, I finally can display her. I used to display her mostly just with my Christmas dolls or something. Then I had her in a different outfit, but for this outfit then I also found the doll. So she was just in and out of my display, and for the last year or longer she wasn't on display at all. So I'm happy that I can finally put her now with with her original outfit and dog on display. She's a really pretty doll with really, the eye makeup. You can see she has another eyelid crease, which is not that often that Barbies have this. And she would also have a bow like this. But yeah, I did not find this doll here at this flea market. I just found the fashions, which was perfection, because I needed them. So now let's get to all of the fashions that are also from this seller. So I will pin the camera down so you can see those. So here are all the shoes that I picked out. It was just a super big rummage box, and I think I found quite some good pairs, except for this. There was definitely another one of these. This is my scene shoes, and I don't know, I think I had two of them at one point in my hand, but then I don't know, it must have fallen out of my stash again. Ooh, there's another shoe in. But I also only picked up one of these, but this is for I have this can. This is for the hot skating can. Of course, this is the ice skate. Also, the other shoes, were in there for hot skating can. I actually do have them already, but it is nice to see them again here. Also, two more of these wheels for, I don't know what, hot skating Barbie or something. Then we have the suction cup shoes for working out. And I think the other pair probably also for working out. We have these in purple, these in pink, another pair of pink ones, another pair different pinks. I think here also I only caught one. Unfortunately, I thought I had all pairs, but whatever. And here's another pair. In terms of other hard plastic accessories here, this is the backpack from Flying Hero Barbie. Then we have this interesting thing. It's like a stepper, you know. And it took me a while to find out. I mean, I knew it's Barbie because 90s Barbie logo over here. This is actually from a playset. That's from the Working Out Barbie Fitness Center from 1997. So it came with Working Out Barbie in the same line. Did not come with her, but that makes sense if there's also Working Out Barbie stuff in here. I have lots of the typical Barbie brushes, 5, 2 in pink, but can you see from the side? This is one with the short bristles. This is an older one. These short bristles were the ones that came out. I mean, it technically looks the same, same shell, but shorter bristles from the late 80s. When first this style was introduced, they had the shorter bristles. But apparently, I think they worked better with the long ones, so that's why they kept the long ones afterwards. Different tones of blue, hot neon, pinks and oranges, super cool colors. Then also these two, the mermaid combs, I call them, the seahorse combs, they came mostly with the Mermaid Barbies. So this one directly probably from Mermaid Barbie 1991. This one probably from Fountain Mermaid Barbie, but this one came also already before with Island Fun Barbie and others. And I think also with, probably this is more likely that it came with Jewel Hair Mermaid, because there's some Jewel Hair Mermaid stuff also in this lot. This is the helmet for the Ken, here, what I showed you, the shoes and all, for skating Ken. And I don't know where this is from, but this is really cute. A little hair clip, probably for a horse, I would guess. I don't know where these came from. I think they were inside of a pouch or something. So, okay, now the fashions. Here we have this, the biggest, poofiest dress here. This is the dress from Butterfly Princess Barbie. I think it's in a little bit of a better condition than mine. I mean, still, all of the butterflies are missing the iridescent wings and all, but I mean, yeah, and also not in better condition because it is bleached over here. But the lace is nicer than mine, and also the top here, and also I think mine has even missing butterflies. So I don't know. Maybe I check if this is in better condition than mine. Then we have, as I said already, a couple of mermaid stuff. Here we have the mermaid skipper tail. We have 2 pieces from the Jewel Hair Mermaid Barbie. Unfortunately, the most important piece that most often is missing is also missing here, because I find the top quite often. I find the fin most often, but yeah, whatever. Here, this is the little pouch that we had that had these weird other things that I just showed you, these things, because I picked up this pouch because I noticed this is definitely Barbie, and I think I don't have it, and it's actually from a Fashion Avenue set. It came in 1995 with a Fashion Avenue set number 14291. It's a little lingerie set that actually came with this little pouch. Then we have stuff like this here. This is from the My First Fashions from 1989, the number 9251. A double for me. This is not a double, it's pants for Ken from the My First Fashions from 1991, the number 2946. This is weird because I thought, wait, I do have this. Very similar, but mine has a stretchy material on top, and it turns out it also is not the same. It is very, very similar to Springtime Fashions from 1990, the number 8611, but apparently this other one would have had actually pink lace, so light pink lace, has a stretchy top, which this one does not. This is a non-stretchy material and has like darts here. And it's also a little bit of a different material here. So I guess this is the Petra version of this, because this is a material, a pattern that was more used on Petra fashion. So weird. But yeah, I think it's not the one. It's not this one. Oh, this is so good. This is, you rarely find these, bathing suits. This is actually for the Splash and Color Teresa from 1996. I don't even have this Teresa, but I can definitely put this on one of my other, beach dolls. Here, a golden little bolero jacket has the Barbie tag. That's why I immediately knew, and also I know this material. This is from Barbie. This is actually from 1994, from the Haute Couture collection, the number 12167. Came with, I don't know, a big dress, of course, red, checkered and all. Not super my style, but this jacket I can totally use for something. Then we have here another beach line, but not the bathing suit directly, just from the fashions. This is from the Sparkle Beach Fashions from 1995. They all had the number 68 314. This, of course, is just the top. It's missing a little you know, skirt in this material here. Rarely find these fashions. Another mermaid thing, not from a mermaid Barbie, but from a mermaid fashion pack actually, from my first fashions from 1995. Wait, let me get the number correct. No, I didn't write down the number. It's from 1995 and it came also with a mermaid tail. I think the only mermaid fashion pack that was released in the 90s. This is of course from Flying Hero Barbie. We had the backpack in there. There were more pieces for Flying Hero Barbie, like the suit and also the cape, but in really bad condition. So I left them. I just took this because I think I have already a double of the cape and all of that. I don't know. This looked in quite okay condition. This is one of the arm pieces. Yeah, and we had a lot of the pieces, you saw them from the hot skating Ken. There's more pieces. There's the full, you know, suit and also the knee, you know, protectors. So I have this already, of course, but it's nice to always to pick up because it was my childhood Ken, and I don't find things for this Ken very often. It was just very recently that I picked up more of his pieces. And then all of these pieces come from one of those big fashion packs. What were they called? What was it called? Like fashion gift set from 1990, the number 8756. Not all pieces, but this dress here, this beautiful one. Then we have here the blue jacket with this with the white capris, and then this little, you know, lingerie piece here. There's a couple more pieces to it. This was actually the fashion pack that at one point I unboxed directly on my channel, but now I found the pieces again at the flea market. This is a really, really pretty dress. So those are of course doubles, but hey, also with, you know, the dog and the other dog and quite a nice lot actually for I think €8. The Michael Jackson, all of that. And then at this seller, when I was still, you know, communicating about prices and whatever, my friend Cotton Candy Kittens came, and then she, because as I said, she was there for an hour already around in this area, seeing already all of the different spots where everything was, and she said, okay, I will guide you, lead you to the places where there might be something interesting, because she said, okay, there's another older doll, and maybe this is interesting for you, and there were some Barbies and blah blah blah. So it was after my first, you know, couple of sellers that I went to alone and then finally purchased these things. She only guided me around because she had seen already everything, so it made it even less interesting for me to film, because I knew we would not discover things together. She already knew what was there. So she guided me to a place where she said, there's one older Barbie, maybe that's an interesting one for you. Like a late 70s or early 80s, she said. I was like, oh, interesting, let's see. Because she likes Barbie, she does also pick up Barbie, but she is not into every single Barbie, and like, it really depends. She mostly picks up Barbies just when they have their original outfits, and so she definitely left some things for me. And at this seller I actually picked up this doll, which turned out to be a Sun Gold Malibu Barbie from 1983. I do have her, but yeah, I decided to pick her up again. I think the dolls at this seller were €2.50 or something. But what actually drove me more into picking these dolls up, because actually at the beginning I didn't even want to pick her up because I have her. I even have a double, or had already a double of her. And she looked horrible because her hair was up in a high ponytail, but like super messy. And it was probably in this ponytail for 30 years already or something, because the hair was not laying down anymore. It was only sticking up. So I had a lot of work, and it felt horrible, but I mean, she looks nice again. It might have, I mean, this might be or even her original hair length. Maybe there's just a little bit cut here. And I thought, okay, I have this doll. Mine actually has cut hair in the front, like someone tried to cut bangs into her, but I have rerouted it. So there's not necessarily need for me to pick up a new one. So this one is a double. But the good thing is that she came actually with her original, come on, focus, blanket thing. So you can, this is gold on the outside and blue on the inside. I just closed it so it stays closed. But this is technically her towel for the beach. She's, as I said, from 1983. So she is, you know, early 80s, but she is the last Malibu Barbie. Like, I mean, She's not like the first Malibu Barbie, but her line still had the name Malibu in it, so the sun gold Malibu. She would originally have this gold and silver checkered bathing suit, which always looks horrible. I've only found it in horrible condition, so I don't have a good one to put on her. So I just put this nice outfit on her, which is like an early 80s, I think, Best Buy stuff. So yeah, but as I said, she wasn't even the doll that like pulled me into buying from the seller, because just on her own, maybe I would have even left her. But I saw that this seller also, at first I noticed a Fred. Fred is Petra's boyfriend, and I usually don't want to pick up Freds. I have one, so they always look the same. So, but with this one, I was like, because recently I had found a nice outfit for Fred, and I have the matching Petra. So I will dress him in another outfit. But this turned out is actually his original outfit. So I actually just wanted him because I had another outfit that I want to put on him. But then I saw, oh, okay. So this little girl I also picked up, one of the Petra babies, has the same outfit like him. Then I also picked up this Petra. I saw there's a nice Petra. And actually turns out that I left the boy because these are the Fred and baby and the Petra and baby. Yeah, Petra came sometimes with these babies, similar, that, you know, they try to, you know, mimic the Heart Family thing, because sometimes Heart Family, you know, like a line that was from Mattel, not into the Barbie line, but very similar dolls. They also then had a mom and a dad and had two babies, a boy and a girl. This was kind of the same thing. The little children almost look similar. They have the same body. I mean, not the exact same, but it's super, super similar. It's definitely copied from this Rosebud baby body. But I don't like them. I don't need all of these babies because they were also sold separately and blah, 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 blah. But with this, I was like, okay, then he is definitely the Fred with baby. But he actually came with a boy that would be wearing this outfit. And there was also the boy, but the boy didn't look good. He had like a little bit of cut hair at the side. And I liked this one because she at least had long, nice hair. I mean, it wasn't nice because it is this is polypropylene hair, but I was able to get it nice again. But I didn't want to pick up the boy. But technically this is Petra and baby, so she would have come with this, and the baby and the Petra would have had matching outfits. I didn't see them there. And these are the outfits actually for the Petra dad and the boy baby technically. But yeah, as I said, I will not leave him in this outfit anyways. He will be wearing the Bermuda Fred outfit because I recently found Bermuda Petra. This is for another video because most of my other flea market finds will stay in the chronological order. This is the only one that I am doing out of order because it is only a haul. There's no flea market footage. But yeah, I picked up these two and you already saw it. Also the Petra. She was in such a good condition. Her hair is so nice and smooth. I said that the baby has polypropylene hair. Petra have nylon hair. The baby's got the worst hair, I don't know why. She has the typical Petra bangs. She's rooted to only be able to wear a ponytail because she's rooted in like these circles. So you can let her hair down. She had her hair down, but there's no way you can make a good parting somewhere. So that's why I put a ponytail up, and look how nice her hair is. She wasn't wearing this outfit, she was wearing something else. Because what I also picked up are a couple of fashions from the seller that I also will show you a little bit in detail. But yeah, I put this outfit on her now, which I will probably display her in. This is also a Petra outfit that I found recently at the flea market that you will see in another flea market video in a couple of months probably. But yeah, so these fashions, there's some original Barbie fashions also in, and even some more modern Barbie fashions for a Barbie extra that I also recently picked up. Then the Fred and baby and the Sun Gold Malibu. So technically also a good, nice haul, but I will not keep her, but I will definitely keep these and the fashions, because I think there's a couple of fashions that the dolls were wearing that I'm not super interested in, but the other fashions there's at least no doubles. So let's have a closer look at these. Okie dokie. I believe this and this was what some of the dolls were wearing. So I don't have really any like interest in this. This is a modern beach pants for Ken, I believe. This is from a modern Steffi Love, so no interest in that. But the rest, I mean, although this not necessarily, but it belongs to something that I picked up. Yeah, because this skirt, this little fluffy cape thing, and this top, there was also the dress, but I also did have the dress already, comes from a Barbie extra doll that I also recently picked up at the flea market, just like 2 weeks ago, I believe. This is the one that came with the big like wheel of fashion behind her. She's not from one of the waves, but she was a separate release from 2020 or 2021. So a modern doll, of course, but I love the Barbie extras. She has blue hair, has the modern skipper face, a really pretty doll. Horrible hair, by the way. So you will see the video when I find her at a completely different time in a couple of months, I believe. But these fashion pieces I did not have for her, so I only had the dress. So this comes in really handy. Then I also picked up, this is probably also a modern Barbie skirt, or maybe not even Barbie, it could also be Steffi Love or something. I don't know. This is like a poodle skirt, but it's not really like a 50s poodle skirt because it sits low on the hip, and also is made for the bodies of the modern dolls. So you know, it doesn't fit a you know, 90s Barbie body or something, but it was so cute with this poodle, so I couldn't resist also picking up this. I think this was just one of the dolls had this in her hand or something. This I picked up intentionally. I know this is from an 80s fashion, from Fashion Fun, I believe. And then these two pieces I also picked up specifically because I knew that they were 80s fashion pieces. Here we have this dress, of course the waist is stretched out, but it is a very cute purple dress with a slit here with a little, you know, tassels on the shoulder. And this is actually from 1984 from the Be Active fashion. So there is a little bee missing here, a little sticker of a bee. So the Barbie bee, the number 7917. And I didn't have this. I mostly find the Be Active fashions from 1985. This is from the 1984 set. So I've never seen this one before. Neither have I seen this. And I wasn't 100% sure what it was. I mean, those are tights, of course. You can see that, pantyhose. But I immediately found them because it's also from the Be Active fashions from 1984, just the number 7914. It came with a white shirt over it, with a huge white shirt, more like worn like a dress. And these are the tights, and they're not just red, they're super sleek, nice material, but they also have a little pattern in it. Can you see that? So they're pretty cool. So yeah, also these. And I don't know, this was probably one doll had this in her hair. After that, we went to a house or a garden, a garage, whatever. I think it was really in the garage because it was underneath something. Where CCK already had told me, yeah, there are some Tyco Ariels. They're not in very good condition, but maybe you're interested in them, and there's one Kira doll. I was like, okay. Of course, it was a Kira that I already had, but I still picked her up. I also picked up the two Tyco Ariels, and I even picked up a action figure. Let's maybe start with the Kira because I already have her in my hands. She was just wearing, oopsie, something random. I believe these shoes here that are more modern Barbie shoes, I believe. And these pants that say Malibu, Malibu 59. So like, you know, Malibu Beach and the original Barbie from 59. So I did not see, because it's long pants, you can see, that's why I showed it to you, that she is another one, unfortunately, that has this going on here, where the child has started to pick up, you know, the skin of the Barbie. You don't see it at all with long pants, because other than that, I thought she looks good because she doesn't have cut hair. Her face looks nice, no chewed off hands or feet otherwise, you know, those things. And but she's missing earrings, a necklace, and of course her outfit, because this is a beach Kira. You could maybe already guess it. There were so many beach Kiras in the 90s, because this is Tropical Splash Kira. I could see immediately from her very intense eyes. The Tropical Splash line are the ones that have the black bikinis and bathing suits, you know, with the huge hibiscus flowers, and also the huge hibiscus flower earrings, you know, gold, and then the hibiscus flower earring sticker on the earring. I don't have her outfit. I even have her, I have this doll, it says it's a double. I had her already, I had another one already, so I had a double already. I think I gave it to Selina from Vintage Gaudi a while ago. Now I have another double. Still no bathing suit for her. I don't have her original outfit, but to be quite honest, I'm not the biggest fan of these patterns on their bathing suits or bikinis. She definitely has a bikini. Because they have a black background. I like it more when that's more color than black, but you know, they look very elegant with the gold and all. But still, I picked her up because I don't even remember, like the dolls also were like €3 or something, and then technically the action figure they wanted also €3, but I was like, nah, can we blah blah blah. I didn't want her for this, and then he said, oh, you can have the action figure for €1. So for all the 3 dolls and this I paid €10. I should have not, because they're all doubles. But I was like in the mood then already, like, okay, because usually at these garage sale things you're like, you don't find anything, but I was finding things, although Cotton Candy Kins had already been there. I mean, she, you know, guided me to these vendors now, so I couldn't leave them. And as I said, she has really nice hair. I put this outfit on her just randomly. This is, you know, I don't know, also a 90s outfit. I mean, she's from 1994, so I thought I might just put her in an outfit that, you know, makes sense, because I think this outfit is from 1995, Flower Fun Fashions or something like that. And yeah, she looks really good in it. I will not sell this outfit with her, of course, but she will probably be a doll that I will be offering at Toyplosion. Not for a lot, because she is missing everything and has this condition. I mean, if you just look from the front, you don't see this, right? But if you start looking on the inside, where is it? Here on the inside of the leg. Not so nice. But other than that, she looks really good. Really pretty face. And typical 90s doll. So a cutie, definitely. And Akira, technically a character from the Barbie line that I find quite often, more than Midge, more than Teresa. Definitely I find Kira's the most often. But it has been a while now since I found Akira, so why not? And then, of course, the 2 Tyco Ariels. I haven't even showed them to you. Ta-da! No, they were not wearing all of these outfit pieces. She was. I think she was definitely wearing this this tail, so that makes it clear which one this is. She is the Whale of a Tail Ariel from 1992. They're both from, of course, I said a Tyco Ariel, so they're both from Tyco. That was before Mattel got the license for the Little Mermaid. But you know, they are the beautiful ones. They are the ones that look super pretty. They are the ones that have the better articulation already, and the ones that you find here the most, the ones from the early 90s. So the Whale of a Tail, this is, you know, with this pattern. She would also have a top with this pattern. This is just a random other top that I put on her. I think it's from a what's her face doll or so, but it fits her, so it nicely matches this. And she would also in this pattern have little arm pieces that also go to this. I have this Ariel. I found her also recently in a big lot at the flea market, which that will be one of the chronological flea market videos. That's why she's a double. But as at least the tail is there, and I would probably, you know, sell her like this. By the way, this flower was also in her hair or the hair of the other one, and we were like, what's this? This is not from a Tyco Ariel. No. But still, yes, this flower actually comes from a Tyco Ariel fashion pack, because the Tyco Ariels had fashions. And one of these dolls, I don't know if it was her or the other one, was also wearing this, which to me it looked like a self-made something, but this comes from the same fashion pack as this. There was also a tail, of course, to this fashion pack. This tail was not there. The dolls were just sitting on their own. There was no box to rummage, and there were no fashions or anything. The dolls were just sitting there. One of them was naked, I think, on top, and one of them was wearing this. I would have almost thrown this away because it looked so self-made. But now I was like, okay, maybe I'm not throwing this away. I just keep it because I know it's a Tyco Ariel top. Technically, it really, there's just a normal like rubber band here. This used to be technically a golden rubber band for, you know, as a neck holder strap. But whatever, it's not from this very doll. It was a separate fashion pack. This Whale of a Tail Ariel also came with a little orca whale, actually. I think this is a specific episode also from the Ariel cartoon back then. Not a movie, but there was also a cartoon show, of course. So very pretty, but a double. Another double. Also, she is a double. She is well, she didn't have a tail. I think just the top, or I don't remember. Also not this top. But I had another tail, like a spare tail for an Ariel. And I had this top, which I think is not from her, because it probably is more from a Barbie size doll, because I had to make new holes to at least hold it. But by the tanned, oh my god, you cannot even see her face. By the tanned skin, I can tell that this was originally the Calypso Ariel, or Calypso Beautiful Hair Ariel. Maybe I put both of them up on the screen together, but you can see how tanned she is next to her. So they're very, very different. She has, of course, shorter hair. That's the normal hair length. It's not cut. The Whale of a Tail Ariel never had longer hair. But this is one of the very long-haired Ariels. Still, her hair is cut. Technically, her hair would go until longer than her feet. I'm pretty sure there's at least 10 centimeters missing. And she looked horrible also. She also had a ponytail, and her hair felt like one dreadlock, really. It is nylon hair. And like there were some really thin strands at the bottom, so you could see that there was still the original length, but now I cut it that it is almost the same length. Most of it was already cut short. It was a high ponytail. There was just one strand of bangs in the front, and everything felt like she had been played with probably for years in chlorine water, or I don't know. So I was always like, oh, do I need her? Because I also do have her. But as I said, this garage sale thing was really like tempting to me. Like, I technically thought I wouldn't find anything, and then I found these things. And she's a pretty doll, but she's definitely super played with, because her arm is also very loose. Her waist is like super, super loose. Her head is somewhat loose, but I mean, she has also a lot of hair. I think I managed to get her hair somewhat nice again. I had a lot of work on this. Really, I had the most work of all of the dolls here with her. More than with Michael Jackson. I had to reroute Michael Jackson. I had to, of course, wash it and condition it and brush it multiple times. I did one boil wash, but boil washing isn't really the thing that you do with nylon hair. So I did multiple times. I think I went through her hair with a flat iron like about 2 or 3 times to get it this nice again. And then I just, you know, gave her a little bit of a wave in the end. See how loose she is. I am not even sure, because this tail is actually from a completely different Ariel. I don't remember, hair play something Ariel, so she was more a hair play Ariel, and I don't have this top. So I could sell her like this, but technically this tail is not a double. Maybe I even keep her, but I have this Ariel, actually, the tanned Calypso Ariel. She's also from 1992 or 3, and she's also so pretty. Look at her. And you know, I could find all of the bangs again. They were just brushed to the back. And she also has, you know, the better articulation, because the earlier Ariels just had the back and forth, and her face looked a little weird, and they just could move the head left to right. Most the ones you find here have, you know, the ball joint and all of that. So you don't find the super early ones here that often. And yeah, so I don't know. I'm tempted to keep her, because her hair doesn't feel really nice, so I would not be able to sell her for I don't know. I don't even know if anyone would want her in this condition. But technically she is a real sweetie, and with this tail she looks a little different, and I like when she's tanned, so I don't know. Yeah, and the action figure, just quickly. This is a modern, I knew it, it's a modern Masters of the Universe figure, but I don't have this one at all, and I like when it's a female character, because there's not that many female characters in the Motu line, and I like that she is green, because this is technically just a normal body that also the Tila has. But she was, you know, colored green, and, you know, different color all over, and in the way that she was meant to be the goddess of Eternia. So this, I think, comes from the very early, I don't know what, mini comics or something, where Tila was meant to be, you know, whatever, a goddess. I don't know, I'm not super into that, but I just like this figure. Of course, this is a modern one, so this is from the Motu Origins line, which started in, I don't know, 2019 or something, and is running still. So they look like the original ones, slightly updated, and have better articulation. So she does have more articulation and all. And I like the female He-Man characters the most because, you know, I'm female, and, you know, Teela and Evelyn and all of those. And I like to have, you know, a green Teela, why not? Because this would have not been released in the, you know, vintage line in this color. Of course, she's missing everything. She's missing, you know, the cobra thing that you put around her head, like a headdress that also comes up here. It's like an armor piece. And she's also missing, of course, her staff, blah, blah, blah. She's missing everything. But for another euro, yeah, I figured she will look cool in my He-Man display. Because, you know, I like my fantasy colored or fantasy color skinned figures and dolls and all of that. So, I don't know, reminds me of aliens from Star Wars. So, oh yeah, there were, and I don't know, these pieces. I think one of the Ariels was probably wearing this, which that looks like it's probably the gymnast Barbie pants. And then this, which I don't know, this could also be from an Ariel, because maybe from another fashion pack. There's Velcro, there's, what's it called? Wire in there, but I don't know. We'll definitely keep it because it's a cute thing, but yeah. Then in between we went to, this was I think from a kindergarten, like the kindergarten directly was selling their toys and stuff. And I picked up actually this array of Grogu figures. This I think used to be, you know, a complete set of little, you know, Grogu figures. Probably it came out around the second season of The Mandalorian. And I don't have much Grogu merch at all. Now with the movie, of course, I have bought a little more, and I'm a little bit on a Grogu kick. So, so if you didn't know, there's a new Star Wars movie in cinema right now. So The Mandalorian and Grogu. It's not like the craziest Star Wars movie ever. It's a very safe, but like, you know, had a low budget. It's a really fun family movie. And, you know, if you like Baby Yoda, Grogu, then this would be a nice movie for you. And it is a really fun ride. So I did definitely like this movie. I watched it twice now. But all of these figures, I believe, came out around the second season of The Mandalorian. So I think that was probably around 2021 or something like that. Because a lot of them depict the things from the second season. Like here, Grogu stealing the eggs from Frog Lady. Or some of these things I also don't know what they are. But here we have the necklace, the Mythosaur necklace. I don't like all of these figures, but some of them look really, really cute. I will also not keep all of them. I don't know even what's that meant to be. Is that a Beskar plate, or I don't know what he's holding. I like this one because there's the helmet, the Mandalorian helmet, which totally doesn't make sense because, of course, Din's never putting his helmet off. That's part of his religion, you could say. So it's very unrealistic that Grogu's you know, crawling under his helmet. But it's a cute one. I probably will keep this one. Which one? Maybe this one. And then, I don't know, maybe this one where the squid, he gets, you know, the chowder, and then the squid is attacking him out of his bowl. That's probably what this is depicting. I think some of them look weird because they have too much white in the eyes. You know, Grogu never has any white actually in the eyes. So some of them look weird. But, you know, I have one of my best friends is also a huge Star Wars fan, so maybe she wants to have one or two of them, and then the others I can just, I don't know, whoever wants to have another Grogu. I don't have space for all of them, so I will just pick, like, how many is it actually? 1, 2, is it 6 or so? 3, 4, 5, no, 6, it's actually 7. And I got all of these for €3. So I was like, I'm not gonna leave them. And then also this kindergarten had lots of Pokemon cards. And I just rummaged through them and picked 3 for my nieces. I think one of my nieces, both of my nieces love, so I have 3 nieces, but 2 of them are really liking Pokemon cards. One of them only collects Pokemon cards that have the yellow border. I think these are the older ones or something like that. But my other one collects a lot of cute things, and these are all kind of pink and cute. Especially I like this one because this is also a, I don't know, it has a shiny background. I don't even know this Pokemon. I don't even know any of these Pokemon because they're all newer. Cupidos. Definitely all of them are Psyche types. This looks also super cute. I also don't know this Pokemon. They're all too new for me because I stepped out after X and Y, the games. So, and I've never been into the Pokemon cards. Really, I've never been. Not collecting, not playing, not anything. I was always into the games. But yeah, and these Pokemon cards were also just like, what, 50 cents each or something. So, and this went all into the, like, you know, the money went all to the kindergarten directly. So, I think now we are getting to the last big, you know, purchase or whatever, but it's actually, you could say, in two parts, because as I said, my friend CCK, she guided me to these sellers and she was like, and here's another one that has cool Barbie stuff. At that point, I didn't know that she had already picked from this very seller the very best Barbie stuff. No, that was the very good stuff, but she had picked out a couple of things already, which she didn't tell me at this point, probably because she knows that I get really jealous very often when I see that other people have, you know, found the better stuff. And it was not planned that we are like separate at this flea market. It was planned that we are together at this flea market, you know, garage sale event thing. But still, this seller had really good Barbie stuff. And I didn't want to pick up all of them because there was also like gymnast Barbie, there was the full outfit of ski fun Barbie, there was another friendship Barbie, there was another Capri Barbie, all with their original outfits. But I do have them all, and I also have doubles of them or multiple doubles of them. They're all really, really common dolls that I find all the time. So I don't need another of another gymnast Barbie and another of another Capri Barbie. So I left those. But I picked up, at this point, I picked up this girl, although I already have her. This is Ocean Friends Barbie. She's also almost in her complete outfit. She's definitely missing the snorkel things around the eyes, you know, and she is missing, of course, the orca. So she also came with another one that came with an orca, but you know, Tyco. But I know that this one, first of all, I have never found her myself at the flea market, so I probably might keep this because the other one was, I think, a purchase from someone. I think so. I have to check. I also have to check if I like any of their faces better. And what mine never had were the fins, because these are also the glittery see-through fins. And I also know that this Barbie is a childhood favorite of many. So I'm pretty sure, because she is in such a good condition. I mean, look at that hair. I mean, I did one boil wash, but all of these dolls from this seller that come now have been on a really good condition to begin with. She, you know, has the legs that are, they're not bend and snap, they're hard, but they have this permanently black, you know, these tights on them, these neoprenes. But I don't know if this works now, technically with warm water or just with warm something. You don't see it right now. They get lighter. Can you see that? So if you would take this Barbie into, you know, your bathtub, into hot water, then these legs would almost become skin color. And with cold water, it would get black again. Then she has her outfit, which this is also the best condition I've ever seen it. I don't think that mine had the sticker. And then she also comes with a little pouch, so the little bum bag also, and with a, you know, I don't know what you call this, these bottles here, these diving bottles at her back. So she's in such a good condition. I probably will keep this one, use the snorkel glasses of my other one, and I also have the whale, and then the other one can, you know, be be offered at Toyplosion, because as I said, she is a childhood favorite of many people. I know a lot of girls had this one, so I'm pretty sure I will find a good new home for her. So that's why I picked her, and I left, you know, most of the other ones, you know, the gymnast and all. Those are also favorite, you know, childhood favorites, but gymnast Barbie is so common. So I didn't need another one, for example. And I did also not pick up too many fashions. I think there was one big fashion pack still also in this box. but I left it. I didn't like it. I wasn't sure at that point if that's a Barbie fashion pack or not. Turned out it was. It was one of those private collection ones. Huge gown with flowers on it, very dark and purple and yellow and ugly lace in between. Sorry, I'm very often don't like these haute couture and private collection fashion packs. With this one, it almost looked just like a Petra fashion pack or something to me, like an older one. So I didn't like it, but I picked out this one here, which this is also a fashion that I didn't have before. I wrote it down. What is it? Sparkle Pretty. Yeah, this is from the Sparkle Pretty fashions from 1993, the number 68160. But I think maybe not just this fashion had this number. I think a lot of the fashions of the Sparkle Pretty, maybe they all had the same number. Anyways, just a simple dress with lace and pink, very pretty, very Barbie core, of course. 1993. So when I was at the seller, I picked up also this, and they had a little bag of different doll brushes. I picked up this one thinking it would be maybe from a Little Miss, but now I couldn't identify it anymore. It is super cute, and I have recently seen it online and actually found out what it was, because I've seen this before online, or maybe even also at flea markets or something. And then I saw it and I was like, that's where it's from. But now I don't remember where I found this information. It seems I didn't make a screenshot or anything of this. So I still don't remember where this is from, because it's apparently not from the Little Miss dolls. If you know where this brush is from, it's probably a bigger doll. It is very cute. I love it. And you know that I collect cute toy brushes. So this was also a pickup. And then, so this doll, where is she? Here. This one fashion piece and this brush. And then the big thing is this. I picked up the Feeding Fun stable with box and also with horse again. If you are on my channel for a little bit longer, I think last year, at the beginning of last year, I already picked up the stable on its own and the horse. It's from my childhood. I had this one as a child. I actually got this exactly like it is here, also with the horse. I mean, the horse was not included in this. The horse came separately. For Christmas in either 1996 or 1997. I don't exactly know, because this is actually, it has a box date of 95. So it would make sense that it was then in stores in 96 and I got it for Christmas in 1996. But I think the photos have the date of 1997 on it, so maybe because they were developed in 1997, the photos, you know, in the beginning, like in January or so. But it must have been 1996, I think, that I got this thing for Christmas. So it was my childhood Barbie stable. It was my childhood Barbie horse. I loved it very dearly. I was so much into, you know, horseplay, and you know, also I was a horse girl. I was, you know, horse riding and all of that. I'm not a Barbie horse collector anymore. That's not my thing. But still, as I said last year, I picked up this stable already and the horse because it was so cheap. It was like, I don't know what, €3 or something, and in a good condition, just a couple of pieces missing. I mean, a lot of the small, you know, accessories missing, but the stable itself is in quite a good condition. And then I picked up also the horse in quite okay condition, all for very cheap. You find this very often. This is very common. I believe the horse is also the most common horse that you can find from, you know, this time period in the 90s. But here there was the box. And I was at first not really interested. I was like, I have it, I don't have space to display it. I even don't display my other one, you know, the one I have already. Although it is a childhood thing, I love it, but I don't want to display it. It's too big, I don't have space for it. Where would I put this freaking box then? I was like, no, I just pick up this Barbie, blah, blah, blah. They wanted like €5 per doll. And then with a couple of fashions, blah, blah, I don't know, about €5 maybe. But then I was like, because I was eyeing this, I was interested technically, but they said like, I mean, you can have it for €5. I was like, €5? Including the freaking box. And there's so much in there. It was really the cheap price that made me want this then in the end. And so I picked up the Feeding Fun stable for €5 with box. And now let me get out everything that's in here, because there's so much stuff. Of course, the stable is in there. It is in not as good condition as the one I have because it is slightly yellowed, and the roof is a little bit discolored. It is a little lighter. It is, you know, not the very best, but technically a lot of the pieces are in better condition, like the one on my stable, for example. Here, the sticker is not as good anymore. Also on the inside here, this is not, I think there, the sticker is not as good. So some of the things are better on this one than on my other one. So I will probably, you know, put them together. The best pieces, put them together, you know, I don't know, the door from this to this, and some pieces that are missing here from there, blah, blah, blah. But this one is almost complete, you know, you see, we have these pieces, all of this. This is also here, it's just, it doesn't fit that well. Here, this is missing, the basin is missing, but mine has it. Whoop. Then you see already the horse is in there. It's also kind of working. Oops. Working as in that when you push here, then something would fall down. All of these things are working. There's so many accessories to it. So I will probably put parts of this stable to my other one, put together, you know, the best stable I can get, you could say. And then I have, you know, one in box, and I can still not display it because I don't have the room for it. So let me take out the horse here, or maybe first the accessories. So there were also all of these accessories. I have no use for them. I will not even show them to you in detail. They are more realistic horse accessories. And my friend Cotton Candy Kittens pointed out to me afterwards that there were also other like horses there at this seller, which I didn't like really pay close attention to, like smaller horses, probably from Grand Champion. I have no relation to the Great Champion horses, so probably this is all Great Champion accessories, I would guess. Then we have this, and this is somewhat sad because this is the saddle and also the bridle for Nibbles, the horse, or Leckermaul, as she was called in German. But the plastic has gotten completely brittle and it has crumbled off into pieces. See? I mean, it is already, I cannot, maybe. Oh no, this, okay, now of course not anymore. Of course, when I want to show you how brittle it is not brittle anymore. It is not brittle anymore, why? Ah, there it is. So, some of these pieces are super, super brittle. So they have, there's nothing left. I will throw this in the bin. Also, my horse that I have has this still. I don't have the saddle, but also the saddle you cannot use anymore because, I mean, the thing is missing. The belt, the saddle belt down is missing. Ew. Oh my God. See? I didn't even do anything. So this will go into the bin. I've never seen this happen to anything from the Barbie brand, any plastic that has gotten that brittle, because everything else from the seller is in such a good condition technically, all the dolls and all of that. As I said, the stable not so much because it's somewhat yellowed, but then I have all of these pieces that go to the stable, and some of them I did not have. I'm pretty sure, I mean, these you put onto the stable, and I'm pretty sure I don't have both of these, so the carrots and this, and then another empty one. I think this one I picked up recently, this little basket here, but there's also, oops, some of the hair accessories in there for the horse, and all of these other pieces, all of the hay, and this that you put around the mouth of the horse so that can be fed. Here, this where you put all the, these accessories in here. I don't know what they are called. Striegel, Kadetsche in German, to brush the horse and all of these things. And not all of these pieces belong to the stable directly, but to the horse. Because the horse, as I said, was sold separately. This is it. This is Nibbles, or in German Leckermaul. It is the only horse to my knowledge that can move the head down, and I love this because now the horse can normally eat something from the ground, and it is like a little articulated. I don't need articulation, or I never needed articulation for horses in the legs. But this was so good for me. I love this. And then also she has a magnet in the mouth, so a lot of the pieces are magnetized. See? Whoop. or which, let me get one, this one. Ta-da! Or we have another one. Pretty sure this one as well. Yep, this one as well. So this is, I love this as a child. This was one of my favorite things ever. And here we have the apple. And then so many more accessories. So I don't exactly know, I mean, I could, because I can look it up, of course, but right now I don't have like memorized which pieces came with the stable and which pieces came with the horse, but you know, you could put this around and this could eat. So tons of pieces, way more than I had. I had some of these pieces, but you know, not all of them. Definitely. And then I realized we also left some pieces because we just looked at the box for, you know, which accessories did we need. But of course on the box they're not the accessories for the horse. So I'm pretty sure we left the little ribbons that actually go into the hair of the horse. But you know, as I said, Barbie horses are not really my thing. So I don't know also which accessories all go to it. But I can look it up because I have the paperwork that was also in there. So here this is for the stable. Look at this. Look at how many freaking pieces this has. And here's how to put it together and da 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 da. So huge thing for the feeding fun stable. By the way, what was the name in German? Because this is of course a European box with all of the languages on it. Leckermaul Pferdestall. So Leckermaul is the name of the horse in German and it's really called Leckermaul Pferdestall. But in German, in English it's Feeding Fun Stable. Centre Equestre. In French, Scuderia. I don't know what language that is. Here. And then what do we have here? Förderpret Pferdestall. That's probably from the Netherlands. It's probably Dutch, I guess. Look at, I mean, it's super cute. I think the Barbie that was used here on the box is technically, to me it looks like, maybe the earrings are changed, but it looks very much like Paint and Tassel Barbie, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, super cute. So I technically bought this more for the carton here, for the paper, because I also, as I said, have the horse, and this one is in fine condition, but also one strand here is cut, so mine is in better condition because it doesn't have a cut strand. Maybe the hair on mine is a little less thick because here it's still super thick, but I don't know, I will probably keep the other one. What did I want to show you? Oh yeah, and here is, this is for the horse itself, because as I said, the horse was sold separately, it did not come with the stable. Here are all the pieces that go to the horse. And then everything is explained here, how to put it on, how to, you know, make the horse move and blah, 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 blah. It's also a lot of stuff and it's really cool to have the old Barbie paperwork. So, yeah, the stable itself, I will see which parts I use and which parts I'm not using. Then I can, I don't know, give this to someone, maybe, I don't know. Because, you know, these big play sets, they're not worth a lot. And they are also not super, I don't know, wanted. Because, you know, us collectors, we all have the same issues. No space. I think no space is even the bigger issue for collectors than no money. Because, I mean, you can get stuff for good prices, but you are always limited in display space. So let me put the stable back. There's so many, you know, things with the stable where you could put in, you know, what's it called? Food in here, for horse food in here, then it would go into the pot there. You could, there's so many gimmicks with this that I cannot now explain to you all, because I have already done a video on this stable. Not directly just a video on the stable, but where I found the stable for the very first time, I went a little more into detail with it. But I didn't have all of these accessories, so that's actually cool that I have them now. And yeah, this I picked up, as I said, just for freaking €5, which is crazy to me. But you see, also families kind of want to get rid of the stuff. They charged €5 for a doll and also €5 for this. But this is technically not the end, although it was the last seller that I purchased something from. I already told you that from this seller, my friend had already picked up dolls before me. That afterwards we were there, she then told me that she actually found a very special Petra and 2 more dolls. She intended actually to give me this Petra maybe for my birthday or something, because she is not interested in Petra at all. Let's put this here. But then she told me if I would be even interested in this doll and all, and I said, oh my god, this is actually like my most wanted Petra, my kind of grail Petra on my list right now. And in the end, also the other 2 dolls that she told me she picked up technically for herself because they were in really almost complete condition and all. I said, oh, actually I also don't have any of these 2 dolls. And I totally didn't want to take these dolls from her. I said like, no, I will find them myself. It's totally fine. But she was almost insisting then that I get these dolls. Of course, I paid her back. I think she paid €18 or so for these 3 dolls and more fashions, because there's more fashions. So, but first let me get to the Petra doll. Oh my god, I finally have the Night Star Petra. She is, I don't know, she was kind of on my wanted list in terms of Petra dolls. I always hoped to find her myself at the flea market. I have found the Peggy, so Petra's sister of this collection, twice already at the flea market. I have found the baby with the baby outfit and all pieces to the little baby crib. I don't know if I found the Fred. The Fred is not super interesting to me from this, but this Petra, oh my god, she is technically a Dream Glow clone, because you can see that she has all of these stars on her dress and they glow in the dark. Also these butterflies, they also glow in the dark. Also she has longer hair than most other Petras, and she is, I don't know, I definitely remember her. I did not have her, but I had the baby as a child to this, so the Petra baby that also had the glow in the dark stuff. I had the horse. There was also a horse that had like a saddle blanket with this and some other, tassels and all that would glow in the dark. So a white horse. I had the horse, and I had the baby crib, or the, also the baby bed with this. So I remember this collection from my childhood. I never had the Petra. And now being a collector that also focuses on the 90s Petra, or late 80s and early 90s Petra dolls, this one was high on my wish list. And she found her. I've never found her. I mean, maybe I found the Petra at the flea market, but also like, I don't think so that I have this Petra. She has these smaller curly bangs and rather long hair. So that is like kind of, there is a parting right here. So there's the hair is parted. I'm not sure if this is original hairstyle. I just did it. I think she had some little clips also that we put in her hair, some little hot pink clips. This is an amazing piece. This is a one piece, so one dress, but the back of the dress is, let me take off first this here, is like a Velcro material, not Velcro, but like felt or something where you could easily Velcro it on. The belt is not original. She's missing the belt. She would also have a hot pink belt. I just put on another hot pink belt that I have. But yeah, this little or big technically bow came with, I'm not sure if it came with Petra or with Fred or with both, but it's meant to be either, because you can see there is still the little, used to be elastic for your hair, so it would be a bow that you could put in your hair, or with the Velcro that is at the back, you can put it on Petra directly. So like this. So now she also has a bow at her back. It might have come just with a Fred, I'm not sure, because I couldn't for the heck of it find this doll online now in box. I couldn't find a picture in box, because that would help me what she would actually really come with. I only have the pictures from the magazines that I have, from the Petra magazines. She's in the issue of 1993, so she was probably released in 1993. Night Star Petra, that's the name. And actually this bow that I showed you just does not come from the flea market. This is a gift from Cotton Candy Kittens that she had before. I met up with her again one day later or 2 days later, and she gave me this bow because we thought that this bow was not included, but it actually was. We were just stupid. And there's one piece missing, because what she also picked up is more of this stuff, because there was also a big bed. The bed wasn't there, but the bedding, a part of the bedding is there. This is, you know, the thing for, you know, I don't know what's it called, what you put on the bed. So here, not the blanket, but, you know, underneath the blanket. And then this is, I don't know what's it called in English, a himmelbed. So, you know, you put it on there. It's one of those beds that has a thing over you. I'm sorry, my English is right now very bullshit. Oops. I don't also know what these, sky bed, I don't know what you call them. And this also, of course, glows in the dark. And then there was also this that we thought like maybe, oh, is it meant to be a pillow or something? Nope. This is actually the bow that I just showed you. It's just because they are the Velcros. It's just missing the little piece around it. So if you put it together here like this, then you have the bow again, and then, you know, you have the long pieces. So it was included. It is just missing this this here. This is missing. So I have the bow now twice, but this you cannot really use as a bow right now. And also, if even, you know, also Fred came with this bow and Petra, then if I at one point have the Fred also, then he can also have a bow in his hand or whatever. Cotton Candy Kitten says she doesn't need the bow anyways, so she just at one point picked it up from me anyways, because she knows I like the 90s Petra. She has a darker lipstick than most other, not most, but other Petra, so it actually totally matches this. But other than that, most Petras have the same face. But as she found her together with this dress and with this and all of this, so it is 100% the Night Star Petra. So no doubt about that. Oh, I was just putting her up there. I forgot to tell you, but she also came with her original shoes. I thought these would also glow in the dark. Apparently they don't. I think on the pictures it's made to look like it, but I think they just glow in, you know, the black light. So, but yeah, these are original shoes as well. She's such a good condition and almost complete, like crazy. So also these pieces. So this was one of the dolls that my friend picked up without me, but gave me afterwards. This is another one. Yeah. Also crazy enough, complete or almost complete, of course. This is Painted Dazzle Barbie, though not the blonde version, but the redhead version. Yeah, this is not Midge or anything, because she just has the normal superstar face as well. She is just one of those doll lines where it was Barbie, Barbie, and Barbie, brunette Barbie, blonde Barbie, and redhead Barbie. Probably a black one, but I'm not sure. I've never seen a black version of Painted Dazzle. But yeah, complete outfit. The jacket, the dress, the tights, or leggings rather, the shoes, and even the brush. And she has her earrings. She is just missing the ring. So that's the only thing, really. And other than that, the earrings have, you know, been painted on. All of the rest of her dress is still, it wasn't touched. So because this doll, of course, she's from 1993, she came with, you know, paint and glitter and additional pieces, sequins or pom-poms or whatever, glue that you could, you know, bedazzle the outfit, the jacket, the dress underneath, whatever, the earrings. And you find these fashions most often also bedazzled with stuff on it. But this one definitely not at all. There's some stains. So I have part of the outfits already. I have the jacket and have the pants. I never had the dress. So I will check if my jacket and pants are better, because here are some stains that I cannot get off. I don't know how well you can see it. It's like yellowed over here. And this is not from, you know, painting and dazzling over it. I'm pretty sure this is just from, I don't know, coffee spilled over or something like that. So maybe I keep the other jacket, but I never had the dress. And she is also in such a good condition. The hair, I mean, I did not have to do much. I'm not sure if this is the original hairstyle. I never really see what the original hairstyle is for her. But I mean, the blonde Barbie had a similar hairstyle with this twist braid, so maybe it is. The bangs are there. Very, very pretty. And a doll I have never come across at the flea market is that I only have come across this jacket and the pants like once in my life at the flea market. And then there's another doll that I was also, when she told me, yeah, and I had found a Western Stampin' Barbie, I was like, oh, also I don't have this one. It was not my intention to, you know, grab her from my friend. She was like, you can take her, you can have her, no problem, I will find her. But then, yes, I said, she insisted, no, I mean, we can wait, and I can give them to you for your birthday. But then I was really, no, then I mean, I was really struggling, because like these were directly the dolls that I would have also picked up immediately if we would have been together at the seller. If my freaking tram wasn't late, wasn't, you know, cancelled or something, then we would have gone together, and probably I would have also seen them in the box, and I would have picked them up and all. And now I felt like I was like, you know, stealing them from her. But technically I was like, if you don't need to wait, then I can just get them now. So she gave them to me directly, and I gave her the money back. I hope that's fine. I feel really, really bad always about this, that everybody is just always giving me stuff, and it feels like I don't give enough to other people. I mean, I have just recently also given her something, but still. Anyways, Western Stampin' Barbie. Yeah, crazy enough, I have never come across Western Stampin' Barbie. I have already seen Western Stampin' Tara Lynn at the flea market myself. I've gotten her also from other people, from my friend Cotton Candy Kittens, also from my friend Selina. But I had never come across, neither myself nor from someone else, of Western Stampin' Barbie. So this is the Barbie of the line. They are from 1993 also 1992, no, I think also 93, same as the Paint and Dazzle one. And of course this is the Barbie. She was also in a really good condition. I was already contemplating of not doing the hair, but the crimp side there was no crimp anymore. That's why I was like, definitely need to recrimp it. But the rest of the hair was also not as nicely curled, although this doll I think never had huge curls. Technically it was more like wavy. So it looks now like this is longer than the rest of the hair. No, all of this hair is also the same length. It's just curled a little, you know, shorter right now. I believe this is her original hairstyle. That's what I found in terms of pictures. She has such a pretty face. Look at this face. In this, like, you know, I think she's almost prettier than her friend Tara Lynn, which technically Tara Lynn has the Steffi face. So that would be the prettier one, but I don't know, I like Barbie of this line a little more, I think. Look at these amazing earrings. They are like Western boots, and then here's her jacket. Also the jacket I have found a couple of times, like 2 or 3 times, but always completely without any of these patterns, because there are these silver patterns on it, on the shoulder. This is still quite okay condition. The gold, or not gold, it's also silver, I believe, in her case. Let's do it like this. The you know, silver spots here, they are missing. There were like, you know, round circles on it. But then, you know, the belt is here, and also the silver, it's just a simple silver skirt. The shoes were there. There's the hat. I just cannot put on her because it always falls off. There's the hat. There's even the stamper, you know, the stamping ink stamp. Crazy good. But what was missing were actually what's that called? These things, the stampers, you know, because these, you know, let's take the hat off. There's little patterns on it, and you would put them in the ink, and then you could, you know, make her walk or whatever on paper, and then you have all of these patterns. That's why she's called Western Stampin' Barbie. These were missing, and I was like, oh, I mean, crazy. I mean, because there was even more stuff actually. You know, some of these Cotton Candy Kittens had picked up because she thought they may be for her hair, and I don't know, some other pieces like these here. But then I was like, I don't think that they go to her. I think they go to the horse. And yep, all of this is for the horse, and a lot of the stuff was actually in the box of the stable, including those. So at first we thought they were missing, whatever, but when I came home, and actually Cotton Candy Kittens guessed this when we were like, oh, she's so complete, weirdly that she's missing the stampers. And she said, maybe they're inside the stable, because I could see there were lots of accessories. And she was right, they were in the stable with even more of the pieces for the horse. Also not 100% complete, but not this horse that I showed you, but the Western Stampin' horse. This is a gray horse, I believe, with white spots. I did not see this horse at this seller, but I saw actually the horse at one of the other sellers. So maybe the little girls, you know, that I purchased all of the fashions of the Michael Jackson doll, this is where I actually saw the horse, had purchased the horse at one point from them, but left all of the accessories, because I bet they do this garage sale thing maybe once a year or so. I mean, that's totally possible, because I didn't see the horse there, but almost all of the accessories are here for the horse. I don't want to show you all of them, but there's like the hair clips, you know, these here, these silver hair clips. There's the saddle blanket. You saw the saddle already, but there's also all of the horseshoes. There's, you know, all of these tiny horseshoes that you could clip onto the horses, you know, shoes, horseshoes. The feet, and then more accessories and blah blah. This even here, the trophy. This comes all from the Western Stampin' horse. So at one point the Western Stampin' horse must have been there, and I was happy that the spares, whatever these are called here, the stampers, were in with the stable. So if I would have not purchased the stable, I would have not had those. Wow. By the way, this ink pad is completely dried, so there's nothing. Nothing can happen, which I'm happy about it. And that's not even everything, because there were even more fashions that she had picked up before I came to this. So those are, you know, these, which I will also show you now, like as a close-up shot. Okie dokie. So these were the fashion pieces that I did not pick out myself, but CCK already took them beforehand when I hadn't arrived yet. So another Tyco Ariel tail. This one is in really good condition, so I could also put this on one of the two Tyco Ariels that came from the other seller, but I actually will put this on one of my Tyco Ariels that does not have her tail. I have one of the older style Tyco Ariels that's missing her tail, so this would be a correct one. So very good. This is a little, you know, bathing suit or bikini fashion pack from Barbie from the 90s. It's called Bath Paintin' Fashions. It's from 1994. This one's the number 12647. And it's very cute. It has glitter on it and very, you know, colorful like patterns. And I have only one of those pieces. This is also a fashion pack line that you don't find very often. Then here, Fashion Avenue. Wonderful. I only have the set in pink because I think it came also out in pink. So here we have the purple one, the purple dress and the tights both. And it is actually from 97, was it? Yeah, 97, Fashion Avenue, the number 18, 159. Probably missing a little back or something, but very cool. Very good condition as well. Here I couldn't find out what it is. It's also definitely it's Barbie pants, I'm pretty sure, because the little polka dots are even, you know, like suede or something, not suede, velvet or something, you know, they're haptic, you can feel them. So they're really good condition. So it's probably some kind of, you know, tights from a Barbie fashion pack. I couldn't find out this one. And this is actually from one of those, you know, pregnant Petra dolls. Especially this one from the one I had as a child. I do have one of those, you know, you can open up her belly and then come out the twins. I don't have the twins. I recently just picked up this little pouch, but here are the little babies, the little twins, even one of the bottles. And this is the version because she came out in two different outfits. There's similar dolls that even came with different outfits, but the one I'm talking about were licensed under, you know, the Petra name, Mom and Baby or something, or Petra Mom and Baby, I think called. And this is the dress version that I had as a child. So now, of course, I want another one of these dolls to go into this dress, and I already have the twins here. So because this is, you know, childhood, like for me, which is weird because CCK couldn't have known that this was really the one from my childhood, but she picked it up, and she couldn't have known that I was also missing exactly one tail for Tyco Ariel, and all of these pieces also, no doubles, didn't have them, so crazy good. So actually a crazy haul for this, like, that I didn't even expect to be super good, like this garage sale, yard sale experience thing. Especially as it started horribly for me with, you know, not being able to get there because I couldn't catch the bus. So I was really like, my mood was already kind of down, like, you know, that's why I didn't start filming. And also I'm not feeling that comfortable filming in other people's yards, you know, houses and all. So it was okay that I didn't film, but in the end, look at this freaking haul. I mean, I needed to make a haul of it at least. And actually we were like done, like we were sweaty and blah blah blah, but in the end we still went into Berlin, into the center, because there was supposed to be a Slovenian families event where you could meet, you know, the Slovenian family bunny mascot or something for International Children's Day, but nothing really was happening. But then we were already there, and then we went also to stores there and checked and blah blah blah. That's where I also purchased then the newest, you know, Odile face. She's just fashion, they're not called fashionistas anymore, they're called Barbie style. So I purchased her. She's on a petite body, still super ugly outfit, sorry. I will rebody her onto another you know, better body, but she has really cute face. So I purchased this one there. So this was also still bought the same day. So I was really out and about for really the whole day. I returned after 6 o'clock in the evening, and you know, I started around, I don't know what, 9 o'clock or so in the morning. So yeah, a long video, but there's also tons of dolls, and I had to do a little bit of, you know, the not just show but also tell, you know, and a little bit of story time to actually tell you why I couldn't film normal, you know, footage. Because then if I had normal footage, then this would have gone into my normal chronological flea markets. But I think if I just have the haul, I will always put it, you know, just as a haul. Yeah, so very long video. I hope you enjoyed this. By the way, you are seeing this on Friday, I think the first Friday of June this year. I am in Hamburg at this point for the weekend with my friend with Cotton Candy Kittens. We are going there to a retro toy event. It's also retro gaming and other stuff probably. And then we also look there at some flea markets and some, you know, thrift store types. So we will be in Hamburg over the weekend. So if you're in Hamburg and you may be going to what's it called? Retro Arena Hamburg. If you are there, I mean, maybe put it in the comments. Maybe we can meet up. I have never been there. I don't know if this is an event that has been held before. Maybe it's happening for the first year. I don't know what to expect. I'm not selling there. No. I'm just, you know, looking. I want to buy stuff. I hope there's some that have like vintage girl toys. I don't know. But yeah, we're in Hamburg right now. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, if you did enjoy this video, you can give it a thumbs up. You can comment down below, and you can, of course, subscribe to my channel. So thank you so much for watching. See you real soon. And may the toys and may the Barbies especially, all of the dolls be with you